Well, good morning, friends, and welcome back to my channel. So, we got a call today that we were out of parts at work due to the hurricane, and we got a robocall for today. So, I am taking this day off to work in my garden. Speaking of the hurricanes, my thoughts and prayers go out to everyone dealing with that. They got hit hard. I've seen some of the pictures and I just couldn't imagine. But you are in my thoughts and prayers. So, anyway, I'm out here today and I'm going to do a little bit of yard work and clean up. As you can see here, I've let weeds grow and take over this bed along the house here. Of course, we did get hit with a lot of wind and a lot of rain here in Louisville with the hurricane, and lots of limbs and stuff have been or come down in the back. All of my dahlias were blown down and broken down, so I'm going to clean this up. Even the purple ones in the back are they were blown down. As far as that, not a whole lot of damage. The hearse out here, due to the wind and rain, of course, it's been through the weather to begin with. I think I've had it 6 years now, but as you can see, it is leaned over due to the storm, so I'm going to have to get a couple people out here to help me and try to set it back up. But I don't know, guys, this might be the last season for this thing. I like it because it looks old and it fits the the time that I'm going for in this graveyard. And of course it's better than some little plastic hearse. But anyway, the only thing, I did have a couple or several tombstones that fell over. This tombstone here fell over, and I need to fix it. It come apart. It's already been fixed once this year, but it came apart, and I've got to put this thing back on there somehow. All of my witches and pumpkins and ghost over there, they got blown down as well. Even my blow molds. Even, as you can see, the facade, steeple or whatever you want to call this part, it even blew down. I watched it in slow motion. Thank God it didn't hit the house, but I think I'm going to remake it, like my mom mentioned. Try to make it all out of styrofoam. That way, if it did blow off for some reason, it's not really going to hurt too much. But another reason to make it styrofoam is to make it lightweight and easier to get up there. So anyway, that had to be fixed. Also, my big scarecrow here fell over this way towards the fence, but as far as I know, I've not turned it on. I'm a little bit nervous to see if he still works and his jaw and everything still moves. But anyway, he did fall over, but he's pretty tough. So anyway, friends, this is going to be more of a garden yard work kind of video. So this whole area right here, I've got a plan. Like, I need another project without finishing another first. But I plan on making this, and I might have told you guys this already, but the neighbor gave me the go-ahead. This is actually her property here. But she gave me some space for gardening on this side. So anyway, I'm going to turn this whole side yard here into a cottage garden. So all the grass will be gone eventually out of here, As you can see, I've got a knockout coral rose that I brought from the back and put in here. So I will have things in here like butterfly bushes and hopefully hollyhocks and lilies and roses. I'm gonna get some climbing roses for the fence there. Some grasses, irises, all those kind of cottagey flowers. So it'll probably take me a few years to get it all filled in. But I'm gonna work on the soil this fall and winter. So anyway, guys, that is a plan I'm excited about for over here. Just more space to put more plants and flowers, right? Okay, so I'm in here today getting all these weeds pulled up. Not sure why my asters mildew so bad. I'm sure there's something I can spray on these, but it's a little late in the game now. But loving this purple aster here in this time of the year. And I've got a lot of purple asters here along the border. Those of you that have been with me for a while know, and I think this year, or maybe next spring, as they come up, I'm gonna move all these guys. I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking about just planting them out here in the cottage garden. You know, here, there, and everywhere. I'm not sure how I want to do this. If I want to do like the tall stuff in the back towards the fence and the shorter stuff towards the driveway, or only thing is with that, I'm afraid if I do the tall stuff in the back, then my eventual climbing roses on the fence might get covered up. So, but I don't really have a game plan for that, although I do want to get some of that. There is a ornamental grass now at Home Depot, something Black Beauty. But anyway, I love the plumes on it this time of year, and I love grasses in general, so definitely going to put some grasses out here in this side yard. Speaking of Home Depot, I did pick up some At Last roses. They are super fragrant, they smell really nice. And I also picked up some Miss Violet butterfly bushes. I think this guy's still alive. The bee, anyway. But I put a couple in here, and I'm gonna go back and get some more of them. And you know, guys, this is my ever-changing, plan for this triangle garden. I did go back with my original thought with the boxwoods. So I don't know if they still have boxwoods out yet or not, but next spring I'll probably try to finish the border here. So I'll have a border of the boxwoods, and then I'm gonna put maybe 5 of these Miss Violets in here in the center, and maybe some Russian sage like in a circle here in the center. And I was thinking about maybe a 3-tier fountain here in the middle, or some kind of fountain. So this will be just a little bit more formal style garden here with the purples and the apricot. And then I'm thinking, if I get around to it, on this side of the hedge, boxwood hedge, I'm going to do tulips again this year. I think when we first moved in here, I did a tulip border around this. But anyway, that's the plan. Finally, this little area has been a little bit of everything, and one thing about it, I don't want anything tall, or like I've done vegetables here before in raised beds that just got kind of unruly and ugly after a while. I'm looking at this area when I'm at the kitchen sink here, so I would like it to look nice, and I don't want anything tall to cover up the fence, because when you're over here, I still want to be able to see the picket fence and my climbing roses on the fence there. This beautiful, probably my favorite morning glory here. I believe this is Grandpa Oat, or Ott, however you pronounce that. They look really pretty with the white clematis. But the clematis is past its prime now. So I got bored this past Sunday, and I was inspired by Danielle at North Lawn Flower Farm, and I decided to make a hydrangea arch. Hers looks way better than mine does. Plus, she has a whole lot more hydrangeas than I do. I think I've used just about every one I could find in my garden, but I don't know, just something different. So as you can see, it's been so wet that I haven't been out here to mow for a while. I need a weed eat. But one of my plans is I want to get this out of here. This is black and blue salvia, and I'm going to cut it back and divide it and put it, I think, in this berm or landscape in between the houses here. And I want to have something a little bit more not as huge here on the edge of the border of this island. Here's another morning glory I tried this year. Chocolate, I think it's something chocolate. It's pretty, but I don't think I'm going to grow it again. So this video is just a day in the life, I guess. Kind of garden walk and talk. Hopefully it's not too boring for you. So I got a side gig job on every other Friday. I'm going to be cleaning at home, and I'm going to use that money to save up for a dumpster so I can get this eyesore out of here. When the winds come through from the hurricane, I could just hear the limbs cracking and snapping, and we got all kinds of huge limbs that fell all over there and in there. So lots of things to clean up in the garden today. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this, but I did end up moving the hydrangeas I had there. There was 5 of them. These are Macrophylla, and they get the purpley blue pinkish blooms on them. So I did dig those up and put them in this garden room, I'm calling it. Just another project that I'm working on and have not finished yet. This table is not going to stay here. I actually found a older, rusty buffet table or bistro set to put out here. It's rusty. I love the look of it. Didn't have the money at the time to get it, but if it's still there, I might grab it and put it here as a centerpiece. I want some kind of table to sit here. and look out into the gardens. Here's another Miss Violet butterfly bush. Kind of doing the same thing over in here with the Atlas roses. And then I got two more emerald green arborvitae. Now they are a little smaller than those two, but they will catch up. So I'm trying to do one in the center of each fence panel. So I need 1, 2, 3 more. And then I want to find something to go here, whether it be a shrub or a tree. But I struggle with all these trees that create a bunch of shade back here, so it's definitely going to be difficult to find something that'll grow. And it's definitely going to be challenging because down here we'll have more sun, and down here will be almost full shade. So anyway, one day we can start getting some of these trees down, I hope. Makes me nervous seeing those trees. It even happens around here where they just completely uproot from the ground. So if these huge maples ever did that, it would be a huge mess. But anyway, friends, I'm gonna get at it. I'm gonna get this yard cleaned up a little bit, and I will show you my progress. Alright, friends, so here is my mess. Two big old piles of weeds and debris, but I don't know, there's something about cleaning up a flower bed and just getting it done is satisfying. I'm sure they will be back next year. Even got, this is one of my grandma's roses. I'm not sure the name of it, but looks like it's going to bloom again. And another one of her roses are down here, but I think this one's done for the season. But anyway, I'm going to get this mess cleaned up, so that's one chore out of the way. And with the hurricane, brought lots of falling leaves, so this is always an ongoing little spot here that collects leaves. So I'm going to get out here with the leaf blower and clean some of this up. I think the grass might be dry enough to mow, so we'll give it a shot anyway. But yeah, friends, I'm going to wrap this video up here. This will be kind of part one of the fall garden cleanup. Of course, I won't be doing a whole lot because I do cut back my grasses in the spring. I do a lot more cleanup in the spring just so like the birds and things and stuff can kind of have a little bit of shelter. So yeah, always something to do in the yard and garden, right? So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully it wasn't too boring, but just a day in the life and how the gardens are starting to turn this time of year. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye, friends.